Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's time for our daily bites. It's May 18th, 2023. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and I run explosiveoptions.net and a wonderful, amazing chat room. I'll show you that right now. We've just had some amazing traders in here. Amazing amount of winners coming left, right, center, bullish, bearish. It doesn't matter. We've just been making bank here with this market right now, and so just another day here. So if you're not in the chat room, this is the day for you to come on in and see what's going on in the room and participate. Let's see here. Let's talk about markets here. So far we were up quite a bit earlier. Futures have sold off a little bit here. ES futures are up about 2 points. Nasdaq up about 18. Dow is down a little bit. We saw volatility down earlier, but now it's starting to run back up. The VIX is at 1690. The VIX futures 1975. Of course, yesterday was the first trading day of June futures. May went off the board at the close on Tuesday. So now we have a we have a term structure on volatility that is sloping upwards steep. I told you guys that on Monday that once the May future is off the board, June becomes front month, and we can see that this is a market that is in contango, which is bullish for equity markets. It's a bullish construct for the equity markets right now. When this is up above higher than this, that is bearish, and it brings in some sellers. So for now, markets are bullish, right? So we can show that actually on the chart as well. We're going to bring that back here as well. So we can see that this S&P 500 has been kind of boxed in a range here. 4,200, and I said I mentioned recently that I upgraded the low end of the range here to 4050. In a larger context, it's about 4,200 to 3,800 to the downside here, which is basically where we started in 2023. But we could certainly make a case for this being a little bit tighter, more recent range of about 130 handles on the S&P 500. So listen, if we're going to make that move above this box over here and clear it with some confirmation here for the fifth time, it looks like fifth time, this is the chance right now, right? So we're still below that 4,200 level, which we tried to get above in early part of February and failed miserably and dropped over 10% from that February level to low in March. Of course, that was fueled by the speculation of what's going on with Silicon Valley Bank, but we've bounced back since then. And of course, we've got this debt ceiling thing to deal with. And of course, yesterday, markets rallied on the hopes that an agreement was going to be ironed out or going to be knocked out sooner rather than later. So certainly that'll be a positive for the markets, but it could also be a sell the news event as well too. So this morning we had earnings from Walmart, which were really spectacular, really strong earnings, and it came out and the stock is up about 1.7%. We've had some Walmart in the portfolio, and also in the we've been talking about it in the chat room the last couple of days. Another one that I did mention on the bites earlier this week and is actually doing quite well is this Canadian Solar, CSIQ. I did mention it on Monday. It's up about 7.7%, strong earnings this morning as well too. Also, we did have Alibaba come out with earnings, and they're actually up a little bit, up about 1.2%. Tesla's up a bit. I had some lotto ticket trades earlier in the week on Tesla, the 170 calls, which saw some good flow, and then also added some NVIDIA 300 calls. Those are going to be, I'm going to be able to cash those in for some nice wins. But, it's all in the chat room. So if you're not in the chat room, you know what to do, right? Come on in. As it relates to some of the other charts here, I want to show you one here that certainly has my interest here. This is the new highs, new lows. Not quite as good as you would have expected with a strong day yesterday, but we're making some progress above that zero line here, right? So if we get a couple of closes above, we want to get a couple closes above this 100 mark, right? The new highs versus new lows. If we get a move up there, then that's going to trigger another bullish signal on the markets. As far as the Nasdaq is concerned, look, you know what? This is a stock that chart that I've been hammering on lately, and it shows the breadth of the Nasdaq for the past 20 days. What is 20 days? It's the last month or so of the markets, and we're still seeing that only 49% of stocks are above their 20-day moving average. So about a month ago, about the middle of April, stocks were much higher than this, and so 51% of stocks are below their 20-day moving average, and that's just no good. So, but if we get above this line here, which, look, for all intents and purposes, for most of 2023, we haven't been above that line, right? We've been in the box, and that tells you that the narrowness of this rally is quite apparent here. What narrowness of this rally is extremely poor. Breadth of the rally is extremely poor, and just most stocks are suffering from the selling. It's only a few names in technology that have been strong, like a Microsoft or a Google or an Amazon or Apple. These names and Netflix, among others, have been the strongest ones and have been pulling the weight of the entire market in 2023. So can that continue? I mean, it can continue for a little while longer. I don't know if it's long-term sustainable. I don't think it is. But listen, we're not here to make judgments about the market. What we are here to do is identify opportunities when they're there, and we trade them accordingly, right? I'm not going to make a judgment and say the market should be doing this or they should be doing that, right? That's something you can discuss when the market's not open, when you're not in that 6.5 hour window where you're trying to make money, right? We're all there trying to trade. We're all there trying to make money, and you can't do that by having discussions and making judgments about things and then finally injecting our opinion on what should be happening, right? We don't have any control about what should be happening. What we do have control over is we can identify opportunities and situations where we can say, yeah, I can put some capital to work right here. I may not like it, but the opportunity is there, like a Tesla earlier this week, or like an NVIDIA. I saw some good flows coming in. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to say, look, I don't like this market. It shouldn't be going up, so I'm not going to trade it, and then miss that opportunity? Of course not, right? And you're not going to do that either, right? So, so that's the opportunities that we have here going forward. So, as far as trade ideas, we had some Applied Materials on early in the week. That's a good name. They have earnings coming out tonight after the close. It's been a really strong chart for the past 3 or 4 or 5 days. I'm going to be taking a lot, if not all of it, off the table. ROST Stores is one that I've liked as well too. It's coming off the 200-day moving average. Had a strong day yesterday after TJX had reported some good earnings, but it pulled back a bit. It's a stock I'm going to be probably going to be adding some a position to as well. And then, of course, tomorrow we got Deere coming out. I'm not really too excited about this one. This chart, not looking that strong right now. We're above 368 right here. But if we get above that 50-day moving average, it's called 387, it can certainly turn things around. And this is a stock that can really bounce hard. I just think the problem is that it's been under some heavy, severe distribution for the past month and a half. And I think some big investors quote unquote know something what's going on with deer, and it may not fire. If it does, like you said, if it gets above this 20-day moving average, first of all, about 378, and then above that 50-day moving average, let's call it 387, 388, then you got something to work with. All right, it's going to take a while. It's probably not going to bounce like right away from that. In fact, we can even look at the chart here and draw a trend line here back down, and you can see where that resistance comes in. Relative strength has been poor as well too. MACD is on a sell signal here, crossover. So, this is one that I'm more likely to avoid. So let's see what happens here. There's a stock that I did add yesterday, which was Delta, DAL. Had a really strong day yesterday, right through the cloud, right through the upper Bollinger Band, and right through resistance here, right? So if we get a follow-through day on this tomorrow, then it looks like this stock has got some room to get up to $40 again. So not going to happen in 1 day or 2 days, may happen in a few weeks. That's why I took some time and I bought some July calls on Delta. So I think that's going to be it, everyone. I apologize for running a little bit late today, but I had to take a look at the jobless claims and a few other economic data issues as well too. And listen, we're moving on up, right? I know. And we're not here to fight and argue with the markets here, right? Take it for what it is. Keep some protection on. Always have some puts on as well. Because we're still in a bear market for now, and we're gonna get smacked around a little bit. And what are you gonna do? You gotta have some protection on. You gotta be able to make some money on the downside as well too. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I'll talk with you guys all on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. It's a beautiful day today out in New England. Boston Celtics fans are not happy. I was at the game last night, and they were not happy about the result. It was a fun game though, but I'll see you guys all on Monday. Enjoy the weekend and take care and trade well. Good luck. Be careful today.